All right, what is the Preventative Health Initiative? So the Preventative Health Initiative is a government-sanctioned program which incentivizes business owners to introduce their employees to custom wellness coaching. This is intended to help these people to have better self-care, therefore reducing the cost of their medical expenses. In other words, if we can avoid getting sick in the first place, then taxpayers and the government can save money. So let's do some quick math, right? We're going to take type 2 diabetes, for example. This is just one of many preventable lifestyle diseases. And when I say preventable, I mean, if the person who is diagnosed had better access to information about nutrition and fitness, they could have prevented being diabetic in the first place, okay? Type 2 diabetes is one of many preventable lifestyle diseases. However, currently, a third of our population is either pre-diabetic or has already been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. So a third of our population is 100 million people. Well, if a person is diagnosed with diabetes and they live another 40 years after that, the cost of their care is an average $600,000. So if you multiply $600,000 by 100 million people, you can see that that is a number so large that the government and taxpayers are going to pay for that it's becoming a problem. As a matter of fact, the Department of Defense recently released a study that says public health is the greatest threat to our national security in history, and potentially by 2040, more money will go to treat sick people with preventable lifestyle diseases than they're currently spending on their defense budget. Well, if you know, like I know, when the government sees a problem, they throw money at it. So the problem is public health. The money that they're throwing at it is initiatives like our program, the Preventative Health Initiative, okay? So this is a branded trademark product that we created leveraging these different government programs. So there's a couple of different IRS acronyms, the Wellness and Integrated Medical Expense Reimbursement Program, or the Self-Insured Medical Expense Reimbursement Plan. These all fall into cafeteria plans or Section 125 tax credits. In other words, any business who offers their employees health insurance gets tax reductions and credits. Essentially, it's designed to incentivize them to provide their employees better care, okay? So the Affordable Care Act increased incentives for employers to offer health insurance to their employees. Now, recently, more emphasis is being placed on wellness plans. So wellness and integrated medical expense plans, essentially we're structuring them and encouraging them to participate, and they're getting credits for good behavior. That behavior is participation in better self-care. So the way this works is that employers are incentivized because they have more influence over their employees and their staff, their culture than others might, okay? So the employer is incentivized. If you introduce your employees to this plan, you'll receive FICA tax reductions for their participation, and for the employees who participate, they'll receive tax reductions, and also the telehealth, the wellness coaching is covered, no out-of-pocket expenses to them or the employer, and we're also going to include other incentives like telehealth and resources for their family, counseling, a life insurance plan that's paid for. So what we've done is we've taken the already existing programs and we've combined them with additional gifts that we give to employees to incentivize them to participate. And that is the reason that this becomes such a valuable offer, right? To an employer, you now have FICA tax reductions per employee, essentially $50,000 in savings this year for every 100 employees who enroll. And for the employees who participate, they get free telehealth and coaching for them and everyone in their home, as well as life insurance. It's a really irresistible offer, and it is a completely done for you program. So employers who participate, we do everything for them. They'll spend a couple hours with us to get everything in alignment to ensure that everyone who wants to participate is eligible. We'll plug everything in, we'll do it for them. It's crazy to me that organizations that have their own wellness plan, most of the time they're not receiving or obtaining the tax credits that they're entitled to for doing so. And that's really because it's so labor intensive to track the employee compliance, to manage the vendor networks, etc. So they just don't want to do it. It's too labor intensive. And that's the beauty of our plan. Not only do they get all of the other benefits that I already mentioned, but we implement a custom employee wellness plan and we manage it all for them, done for you every step of the way with all of the benefits and none of the work. Okay, so you asked, what is the Preventative Health Initiative? That's it. Preventative Health Initiative is a done-for-you wellness plan with all of the tax benefits and employee benefits and none of the work on the part of the employer because we do everything for them. I appreciate your time watching the video. If you've got any further questions, please feel free to reach out. Contact information will be in the video below.